Casey Drake in that 87.
One more lap to go here at Indy. He ran him all the way from 3 seconds back. 2 laps to go. Oh, Aldo gets spun. Oh, Metchu gets the apron around the Strexler. He spins right from the back. Huge wreck. The 2 flies up in the air. It's 3 wide. Oh, what a move by Derek. He wants to go.
Tries to send him up the hill, but can't quite do it.
Now between the 2 car lengths. Too little too late for Derek on spin. Oh, clapping gets third. Clapping gets third. Oh my gosh. Side by side. 3 wide at the wire.
Welcome here, everybody, live for tonight's iSCAR RaceLab's Cup Series event as we get set to go green here just momentarily. Glad you could tune us in live. My name is Ezeckiel Reyes. Unfortunately, Dewey Schramm not alongside of us at this broadcast. We'll hopefully see him around coming to the next event. Also, happy birthday to him as well. But regardless of that, we'll continue on with the broadcast with just me in the booth. Hopefully, we draw a guest commentator sometime later, but otherwise than that, yeah, of course, coming in here tonight in the playoffs, running ourselves the round of 10, and got a lot of storylines to talk to you about as well. So we'll just go ahead and dive into that here just momentarily. And I want to go ahead and mention our sponsors, RaceLab, for helping partner up. Of course, you can go ahead and check out their Discord with RaceLabs and their whole overlay livery and such. So we'll go ahead and dive deep into how this race will turn out to be for tonight. Of course, here's the points on how everything's going to be laid out. 3 drivers are going to get cut off for this one. For Malachi Drake, Michael Bianchini, and Corey Long, they need some good nights or else they're going to get eliminated. And we got some surprising names up here inside this top 7 as well. Aaron Brown and Christopher, not Christopher Weil, but Carson Poindexter, William Schmidt, hoping to survive and push themselves a round of 7 ticket to get themselves forward. And after that, one more round from that, it's going to be the round of 4. So this is going to be an important night to find out on how this will all go by the end of it. So Parker White, in the meantime, he leads points, of course, winning last week at the Roval. Cole Williams in the 42 in around the 20s, looks like 8 points back of him. Nick Miller and Christopher Weil, 20 and 18 points. And around that cutoff area, William Schmidt only 1 point ahead of Malachi Drake. So that's going to be interesting. But unfortunately for Corey Long, he did not have a great showing at the Roval, and Corey now resides in 10th spot with only 3 points off of the Roval. So he's gonna have to have a miracle happen here at Watkins, not Watkins Glen, but at the Roval. What am I saying? This is not Watkins Glen, not the Roval. This is Martinsville. He's gonna have a miracle happen here to put himself into that top 7 pillow. So go ahead and show you the standings here on the left-hand side. About round ourselves out of practice. Currently 20 seconds remaining as drivers run themselves out the racetrack. Wow, no surprise. On top of the board, Omar Diallo in second. Hunter Johnson, Nick Miller, Parker White in third place. Heater, Kevin White Jr., Cole Williams, Corey Long, and Michael Bianchini round out the top 10. So we'll go ahead and transition ourselves into our qualifying stage, and we'll be right back right after this. So go ahead and salute the national colors of the United States of America. We'll be right back right after this. Glad everybody could tune in here for tonight's iSCAR RaceLab Cup Series Martinsville 250. Better go underway here just momentarily. Currently in qualifying as of right now for the elimination round of this round number 10. Only a month until the iSCAR season ends, so for wins and, of course, points, most importantly, everything's on the line for these final 4 weeks, so it should be fun to see how it'll all go once this race does come to a close. Currently up top, Hunter Johnson in at number 12. No surprise to see him topping charts here for this one. Seems as though I think 33 drivers going to show their faces here for tonight's event, so a bit more, maybe even more than that, show up to this one. Been a while since we had a fairly decent sized field. Glad to see some faces show up here for tonight, but Hunter Johnson still holds the top spot. I think it's only 10 drivers have logged in at least one lap, so still a lot of qualifying time for all these drivers out on the racetrack. And see William Schmidt, one of our chasers, working themselves off of the 4th corner. I'm gonna pull up the last lap panel on the bottom of your screen. Schmidt works himself into 3 and 4, of course, hugging that bottom side. He needs to do that to get himself around this small of a racetrack. Bottom is going to be key as he logs himself into 7th place, so that'll bump the times to now 11 drivers logging at least one lap. Not a lot of drivers logging in at least a lap, so it seems as though I think about only 12 drivers logging in all laps. Looking at ATVO right now, and everybody else has yet to hit the racetrack or something like that. I'm not sure if they're like waiting for something to happen, but only 12 lap times being logged. Slowest time is going to be starting inside the top 15 as see Bianchini work himself into 3 and 4. Matt McGrath and Malachi Drake, they work themselves onto the racetrack, so I think this will bump them inside this top 15 here momentarily. See Bachman right there, Matt McGrath. Yeah, there's Bachman. Just talked about him, eliminated off the round of 13, unfortunately. McGrath making one of his few starts here for tonight. Hunter Johnson still holds the top spot. Malachi Drake will lock himself into 9th. Bianchini seems as though he's going to go for another round of it. First, it takes at least 20 seconds to get around Martinsville, so at least have 7 seconds to make something off of it. Oh, loose into 1, and around he goes, but yeah, that'll invalidate his lap time, and Bachman looks like he wrecked it. So that'll mean 14 drivers will log in at least 1 lap. And well, at least I have the field logging laps. I mean, I'm not surprised the other half of the field is going to be taking it safe here for this one, so. Checkered flag out as we'll transition ourselves into the warm-up stage. Glad you could do this in here for tonight's iSCAR RaceLab's Cup Series. Virginia 250. You're live at Martinsville Speedway. Oh, never mind that. We're just going ahead and skip through the warm-up session and drive ourselves into tonight's event. So, race analytics going to be shown on the left-hand side of the screen. iRacing measures this as under a half a mile. No configuration unless you want to run it backwards. Elevation about 700 above sea level. Time of day around afternoon. So, pit road speed 35 miles per hour. 5 extra tires that each driver's going to have to manage. And 95 to 110 is going to be the fuel number that we're going to watch out for. Race info on the right side of your screen. 0.526 is the exact track length. 4 turns, 1 in each corner. Banking around 12 degrees around this paperclip of a racetrack. 800 feet are the straightaways. Laps 250 going to be logged in here for tonight. And you see 131 miles going to be logged mile-wise. Oh, that felt good. About time, so. We'll go ahead and pull ourselves into the grid here for tonight. Hunter Johnson in the number 12 going to be starting front row alongside Parker White in the 095. Eric Heater alongside Nick Miller in the number 95. And Miller, one of our chasers here for tonight. Michael Brazzero, Kyler Wynn, a pair of non-chasers going to be dotting in row number 3. And Christopher Weil and Malachi Drake going to be row number 4, as well as William Schmidt and Kevin White Jr. row number 5 to round out the top 10. The rest of the orders going to be shown on your screen. Find your favorite driver, and hopefully they'll get a nice starting position here for this one. So we'll go ahead and just slowly scroll through the rest of the field. We got a ton of people here for tonight. Looks like 28 drivers gonna log in at least a lap. And a lot of front runners. Seems as though they're not gridding up. So I'm not sure if that's like a strategy call or something like that, as I'll go ahead and refresh trading pace. Get everything situated, make sure everybody is in their right paint scheme. A lot of drivers are going to be pit starting. Michael Bianchini, Kyler Wynn, going to be one of those drivers. Wynn was supposed to start in 6th position, as well as Christopher Weil. Going to be pit starting. That's very surprising for him. Number 41, qualifying himself in 7th, and he's going to be pit starting. You see Kyler Wynn right in front of him. Michael Bianchini, he too is pit starting, and having a pit stop in the middle portion of the racetrack is not necessarily going to give you the option to really pit start. Might go a lap down, but we'll see how it'll all turn out for Michael Bianchini. Bianchini he says he has to restart. So he's not even going to make the start. Oh man, that's unfortunate for him. As here we go, we'll set it off here for tonight's event. Glad to continue this in here live on Max Speed TV. Field rolls themselves through 3 and 4. Parker White coming off a huge win last week at the Roval will lead us to the green. We're up and away here at Martinsville. Bit of battling going on right behind. It's going to be Joe Berge and the number 13 of Kevin White Jr. going to go at it off of 4. But in the meantime of that, the top 6 have all put themselves into a nice single file line, getting into a nice rhythm as they work around for lap number 3. And it's William Schmidt, the caboose of this pull away, with Hunter Johnson up front, as Heater actually moved himself into 2nd place. So how about this by the number 28? I think he was our last Martinsville winner, so that number 28 coming off of a nice... of course, he won here the last time that we went to this racetrack.
All right, man.
And a caution already toward the back. Around goes Urich. Driver toward the back, maybe involved in that. Looks like Poindexter does escape it. Get a replay on what happened off the corner, but seems as though... Oh, the 6 got loose. Overcorrected right into that driver. I'm not sure who that was. Might have been Visconti? I'm not sure, but Yurik does Alt F4 off of that mistake. And it was the 44 of Tyler Connors, the one to run into him. So, yeah, that's unfortunate, but again, short track damage, in my opinion, even though he's missing a whole entire front end. And in and out he goes, and also receiving a bit of damage off of that was Christian Visconti in the number 88. So, a DNF by the 6 is going to relegate him to 27th place for right now. Michael Bianchini, who's yet to hit the racetrack, is currently residing in that 28th position. Now, a handful amount of positions shuffled from the beginning 10 laps of this race. Aaron Brown already up 10 positions, so this number 11 already plowing himself through the field. Aaron came in here 5th in the points and needs those points to secure himself in for this top 7. Hunter Johnson's still up front. See Heater right alongside, right behind him. He's going to be starting on the outside, so Heater, of course, need to start himself inside and get a nice jump on Parker White, and the 095 is now relegated into 3rd. Rosero right behind, and it's Miller, and you see the 79 of William Schmidt also in there, Joe Berge. We'll take the 1 green. So a quick caution as Connors in and out. Also Visconti for that exchange. Doubled it up and go right back at it here on lap number 10. iSCAR scoots itself on in. And green flag.
Green flag, green flag.
Hunter pulls himself a car length over the 28 of Heater, and Heater's going to be able to follow, most likely fall back in line. A bit of scrambling right toward the back. Some cars have to fling it wide as Granada, a big send into the corner, puts him into the outside wall. Well, in the meantime of that, top 5 trying to get situated. There's a battle for 4th place on the line. And that's Michael Brazzero and the number 23, Nick Miller in the 95, who get themselves now in line. Next battle going to be scooted 1 position back to the 83 of Berge. And Schmidt starting to lose some spots after he pulled away with the pack off of that first run. Going to be able to slot himself in line into that 8th position. Here comes Aaron Brown working himself. Again, Aaron, one of those drivers, just started toward the back. Started all the way back in 22nd place, has already gained 11 spots. Trying to push himself a top 10 ticket. It's as though everybody is gotten themselves in line fairly nicely. Now logging themselves around this half-a-mile racetrack. Last on the lead lap is Christopher Weil in the number 41. He is not having it. And here's Bianchini back on the racetrack. He is 13 laps down. So, might got a wreck. We do. It's Brayson Collins in the 5. He does disconnect, but we're going to get a replay of what happened off of the corner. Looks like he just spun it into the inside wall. He goes. He Alt F4s in time before the caution does get thrown. So, Brayson, a quick Alt F4 does not bring the caution out. And Sal spun it by himself. And meantime of that, top 2 slowly trying to pull themselves away. Hunter Johnson has Hunter Johnson, Eric Heater have gapped away from the third place of Parker White. Field's getting fairly spread out quickly. I'm very surprised about that. A bit of a train back here around this position of Garrett Hess, Aaron Brown, Omar Diallo, and Matt McGrath. As around goes Matt McGrath, speaking of him. Into the inside wall he goes, and that's off of the same corner that Brayson Collins spun off of. There's a bit of front end damage, unfortunately, so around he goes. Might have gotten a bit of help. Nope, around he went. Same situation like the 5 of Brayson Collins. Around goes the 116, Matt McGrath, so I think a lucky dog is going to be given to the 48 of Bianchini. He's going to be now 12 laps down, most likely. I don't think he's going to be able to get on the lead lap, but going to be close. Back half of the field going to hit pit road this time by Cole Williams among one of those people to hit pit road. As well as, looks like William Schmidt. He too, I think, hit pit road. Not sure. David Bachman in and out, and it was actually Poindexter that hit pit road, so 2 playoff drivers. Make that 3. Corey Long, he too, in and out of pit road, and it's a fuel-only stop for Cole Williams, David Bachman, and Corey Long. Carson Poindexter are going to be electing with tires, as well as Paul Granada and Kyler Wynn, and all these drivers toward the back half of this pit road line. Oh wow, it's just about losing it off the corner. All these drivers for that back half, they take an optional probably. There's Bianchini whipping himself around the racetrack. Bianchini is going to be in a tough place. This 48 came in here not far up in the points. He came in as the second to last driver out. And for him being 11 laps down, he's most likely going to have a chaser DNF off of his mistake, so Bianchini is actually getting multiple laps back, so I'm not sure if the admins are allowing him to go on the lead lap, but not really sure. Have to see the call on that. So he's now 10 laps down rather than 14. So he's getting a lot of laps back. So I think he might be on the lead lap. So it ain't over for that number 48 of Michael Bianchini. Pace car scoots itself down on the pit road. Hunter Johnson, number 12, will hit the throttle now, and up and away we go. Oh, Miller does not get going. Gets hit into the inside wall he goes, and Miller falls multiple positions. And they're just about 3 wide as, man, that 95 had some sort of issue off the start. Off of that restart, and he falls all the way to 17th spot. That did not look pretty, and not really sure what happened there, but off of that exchange, it really damaged out a lot of people. I think the 77 to Omar Diallo has a bit of damage. He's trying to fight it out with a 90, Malachi Drake, but man, that's unfortunate for Miller. Look how much time he's lost, and he's now in 17th spot compared to where he was upside in here in this top 5, and let's move some interesting names up here toward the front. Joe Berge now in 5th, Kevin White Jr. in 6th. Here comes, oh, Schmidt gets tapped, and around he goes, and Matt McGrath runs right into the door. Oh, man. Caution's back out. William Schmidt, one of the chasers involved. And that is some heavy left side damage to that machine. Matt McGrath's car is torn up. The whole front end is now ripped off of his machine. Of course, involved in the previous caution after spinning off of turn number 4. And Matt had nowhere to go. Right into the door. This number 79. It looks like a James Youngman, the one to make contact with the 79. And you see McGrath just... oh my goodness. Just nothing he could do. He couldn't do anything as he was on the outside groove, and these turns are so tight. Once you see a car stopped like that, it's hard to react, and Matt McGrath just couldn't do anything, and Schmidt's going to go onto pit road to try to repair as much as he can. Gotta look at that left side damage. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but in my opinion, that's definitely going to be at least a minute of optional on this number 79. There's Bianchini getting probably more laps back, putting himself on the lead lap. Schmidt easily in and out, so looks like a 20-ish second pit stop for him. He does take on 4 tires on that stop, so he could catch up to the back half of the field and get himself down on the pit road to repair more optional damage. It's a smart way to work yourself around these short tracks in which pace laps just snap off quickly. Unfortunately, when he comes off a pit road, it's probably going to be 1 to green, so he needs to catch himself on the field before we go back up and away if he does decide to take some optional damage. Hunter Johnson, in the meantime of that, he's led all 30 laps here tonight. No short of brilliant. That number 12 is of Hunter Johnson. And Eric Heater, again, this number 28. He was the last Martinsville winner at this very racetrack, and he pulled it off in a historic fashion over Derek M. Smith and Aaron Mulrooney Jr. as they all went at it for the final 5 laps of that whole entire event. It's a good watch. If you guys could tune in on KMN for that one. Here we go, 1 to green. See some of these people on pit road. Tyler Connors needs to get himself out ASAP because we're about to go green. He's going to go a lap down most likely. And Schmidt does not elect to go on the pit road. So Hunter Johnson, Eric Heater, Parker White, Michael Brazzero, Joe Berge going to lead the field to the green. Hunter's going to hit the throttle now, and up and away we go. Big of a tire spin there with a 13 of Kevin White Jr. He's going to cost himself 2 spots in the meantime of that. Shooting out wide is, I think, the 91 of Hess. Running part-time now here in the iSCAR Racing Series. They're ready to get themselves lined up on the bottom, and it's Hess and I think that's Paul Granada. No, that's a CRL machine of Zachary Thornton. He too running part-time, as here comes the 21 of, as Carson Poindexter working on the backside of, looks like the 34 of Henry Clappert. Still going at it in the corner. Clappert can't get clear of the 21, nor vice versa. Kevin, even though he spun the tires just a bit, a bit of contact right there around where I just mentioned, around where Clappert and Poindexter were. Kevin White spun the tires off the restart, and he now resides himself outside of this top 5 and where he once was. Looks like Omar Diallo has worked himself now inside this top 5. Omar, of course, one to watch just about every single week. He's just fast in and out. Unfortunately, couldn't complete the job last night at Charlotte after a bit of controversy between that number 21 and 77 happened last night. Who knows, they might butt heads yet again, especially on the short track side. Short tracks, of course, known to short tempers. It's Tyler Connors in the 44 working himself up high as Heater works himself around. And you see right there, that's how much lap cars play a big effect. Michael Brazzero couldn't out-track the corner as much as he'd like to. And he ended up getting lapped by this 44, Tyler Connors. Hunter still leading this thing, and there's a bit of battling going on as Cole Williams right up the racetrack. He loses 3 spots. Not to Matt McGrath, though. He's 1 lap down, and 4 laps down, excuse me. James Youngman working himself right up off the corner. See Hunter in this number 12. Has gapped Eric Heater by 0.8. Got a fight for 4th brewing up, and up the hill goes that number 23 of Bracero, so move Omar into 4th. Might have been a bit of contact between that, and you see more battling going on right behind, and it's Aaron Brown working on the backside of Joe Berge. Joe had a phenomenal run in the Truck Series last Friday. Finished himself in, I think it's inside the top 3, and trying to hold on to that 6th spot over Aaron Brown, one of our chasers, and he's done a phenomenal job of working himself through the field to get himself in 7th place. Started all the way in 22nd. Battling on right behind as Poindexter works to the backside of Paul Granada, washes up the racetrack, nearly gets into the 04. Granada just about made contact. He's going to sail it into the corner yet again. Poindexter not having much of it. And you see the door opening up right in front of him. Hess washed up the corner as Granada wants to go ahead and try to cross over, but can't really make something of it. Hess going to move up high for Poindexter to get through. I think that's just a nod because he's just a chaser. Just to let him go, and maybe he just gets faster. Oh, around goes Hess! Contact from the 04. Granada will send us under caution, but he saves it. The caution does fly anyway. And that was all a result of letting by the 21. Opened up the door for the 04 Granada in the process, and Granada took it. Sailed it into the corner and got into the number 91, and gonna get a replay of it again. There was just not enough space for the 04 to really set it in on that number 91. You can see right into the corner. We'll go ahead and pause it right about here. It's just too tight. Can't really make much off of it, and around the 91, well, he didn't go around, but regardless, it threw the caution. And everybody on pit road, except for a few select others. Carson Poindexter, William Schmidt gonna elect to stay out. Probably gonna come in the next wave. Off of pit road first. I'm not sure who it was, but it might have been the 12 of Hunter Johnson. And Hunter, never mind. Hunter, speeding. And he's going to have to drop all the way to the back, and that big lead he had for 44 laps has all gone to waste. Not only that, he's going to have to start himself from the tail end. So, unfortunate for the 12 of Hunter Johnson. Speeding's going to reside him all the way outside this top 20, most likely. And that'll shuffle Eric Heater, the first one on tires, in the 5th spot. Make that 4th because, or 3rd, Poindexter and Henry Clapper work themselves on the pit road. William Schmidt gonna elect to stay out, and here comes Christopher Weil back in the mix. Christopher and Schmidt gonna be the top two off of this restart. As Matt McGrath appears out of nowhere. He's actually going to tow it, so he's going to call it a day. Looks like Schmidt's going to lead this thing to the green, so Eric Heater is going to have a bit of work getting himself back to the front. And I'm interested to see on how older tires are going to play on only 20 laps in for that number 79's tires, so should be fun to see on how it'll all go. Once we do see this green flag, pace car is going to suit itself on the pit road. And for Schmidt to get an extra bonus point for leading laps, very, very important. Weil can't get on the throttle in time. Green flag racing, and Heater works himself to the low side of that 41 of Weil, and will probably easily take up this second position. And Weil's gonna probably drop back as Parker White sort of jammed up in the process off of that. Heater peeks himself to the inside, and for the lead goes a 28 of Eric Heater. Already has multiple wins on the season, and he works himself to the front, also dragging in the 23 of Michael Pizzero in the process. I think it was a smart call for them to stay out. They already used up a tire set on lap number 20, and you're saving yourself a bit of slack for the end of the race. In compensation for staying out on the early portion of the race will help you. 79 and 41 dropping back really quickly. Weil now under fire from the 35 of Zachary Thornton. And you see right behind the 12 of Hunter Johnson. He's trying to scoot himself through the field, now to the backside of the 88 of Visconti. They're just about starting to jam up right around where Garrett Hess is, and Schmidt still stuck up at the high side as now Miller gets to him. Easy pass for that spot. And you see Hess up there as well, as he thought Schmidt hit the wall, veered left out of a reaction. Omar Diallo, he too has started himself toward the back. I'm not sure why he was back there, but he too is working himself through the field with us number 12, Hunter Johnson. And Hunter to the backside of this number 77, has it sideways. What a save by the 91. Malachi flings it to the inside. I think he got loose off of 4, and a big scramble on the front is gonna probably maybe bring out a caution as Hunter was dead sideways. Hess now into the outside wall. Everybody taking evasive maneuvers to work himself down in. Just about 3 wide as Granada has to send it into the corner to get himself out of harm's way. And somehow we don't have a spin. And there was all sorts of cars sideways. Hunter Johnson was sideways off of that exchange as well, but he keeps it straight. I think he was trying to pass the 77 to Omar Diallo, but it didn't work out for him. Whoa, Bergey's loose as well. He's going to open up the door for Aaron Brown, so Aaron's going to go in for this 4th spot. And Aaron, oh my goodness, look how much he's squeezing the 83. Bergey's sideways off the corner. And a little scoot and boot by the 11 puts himself in the 4th, and Bergey now in danger of falling outside of this top 8. Bergey tried to pinch as much as he can on the 11, but he paid the price. Not only that, he's fallen back. Now as Zachary Thornton works to the backside of him. And Nick Miller, he too, now works himself to the inside of Thornton. Side by side for 2nd place, it's Parker White and Michael Pizzero going at it, and no surprise to see Parker White passing. Whoa, Pizzero really sideways into turn number 3. Chased it up the racetrack, but luckily keeps it straight. And he lost a lot of time for that second spot, so Parker easy up for second, but Zera has had a span of really nice runs, and I'm surprised he hasn't picked up a win. He could easily pick up one in the Super Late Model Series, in my opinion, as you see here the fight for 5th going on as Kevin White works himself forward. What a job he's done. You see right behind Zachary Thornton, and here comes Omar in for this, for the 7th spot. Hunter Johnson in the 12 working himself forward as well. And he works to the inside, scared the not the 95, but the 35 up the racetrack. So Hunter easily into that spot, and he's trying to drag the 95 of Miller, who's can't really get by this 35 for right now. We're coming up on some lap traffic. Clappert will move himself up high. The first car 1 lap down, tags the outside wall in the process. Here's Bianchini in the 48. Probably trying to get as many laps logged in as he's just about dead sideways. He's gonna scoot himself just about a stop into 1. Don't want to pull a David Rudiman, but regardless, he goes a lap down. Caution does come out. So we got a wreck into 4. It's around goes David Bachman in the 84, and that's a scary place to be stopped on the racetrack. And he's gonna go a lap down, unfortunately. Bachman sort of has to come to a stop before he could veer it left. Probably has to cue on the mic to let everybody know he's about to turn in, so. There he goes, now has the chance to get himself straight. We'll see what happens to this 84 of David Bachman. He does go a lap down in the process, just looks like all by himself. And it's a good break for a couple of drivers who are on edge of going a lap down, and yeah, Bachman just lost it, and around he goes, locks it up to prevent from hitting the outside wall. Also put it in reverse to give all the lead lap drivers a bit of room. Does tag the outside wall there, though. So we're 20 laps off of that run, and it'll be interesting if some drivers do elect to hit pit road. I don't think they will. It looks like pit road's closed, probably. Maybe next time by. While back onto pit road yet again. Looks like going to be fuel only for him. Corey Long working himself out. 8.05, excuse me, as William Schmidt, he too, in and out. He's already made multiple pit stops, and I think that's his second pit stop of the day on lap number 66, so survive yourself on 3 sets for 185 laps, and oh man, it's gonna be hard for that number 79. Gotta be wary about those tires. These cautions are very tempting to work yourself back on the pit road and, you know, get into a rhythm, but it's just not gonna work out like that. So Heater up front. Hunter has worked himself in the 8th, so he's making easy work trying to get himself back up front. Alright, we'll go green, and Heater's gonna elect to go to the high side. Interesting call. Gonna open up the door for Parker White in the 095. We'll see if he get the jump and clear into 1. Heater washes up the racetrack, and that sort of catches Parker White a bit off guard. Green flag. Up and away we go, and Heater does pull away by half a car length, but it does close up into the turn. Very sketchy move by the 28, but regardless, it works out for him. And that strands out the field a ton. They're already single file all the way. Oh! Omar, big lock up into the corner, right behind the 13, but that restart that Heater had has just about single filed the whole entire top 15. Never minded that. Hunter is going to gun in here inside the 77 to Omar Diallo. So Hunter working himself around. Probably the fastest car of this race as Miller scoots himself in, and Omar trying to follow himself back in line. Can't do so, and tries to pinch the 95 off the corner. Here comes for the lead, though. Parker White tried to pull himself to the underside of Eric Heater, but can't do it. Hunter goes up the racetrack. I mean, not Hunter, but Kevin White goes up the racetrack and now falls into 7th place. Miller and Omar trying to do the same in the process. James Youngman now. That's number 32. Blinking in and out, though. Already, unfortunately, caused an incident with the number 79 of William Schmidt, who's all the way in 15th place. So Youngman, ooh, a bit sideways into the corner. Going to try to nose in on the 35 of Zachary Thornton. Can't do so. See a bit of battling going up front as Omar scoots himself by the number 95 of Nick Miller. Youngman currently resides himself in 12th. Still a long ways to go to get himself inside this top 10, but nice run for him, but he's just too loose right now. Up front, though. About to have a battle for the lead. Knocking on the door is the 095 of Parker White. He's trying to take the top spot. Get himself some laps led. Not only that, he needs those laps led. Get yourself an extra bonus point. And potentially secure another bonus point by leading most laps as well. Whoa, Omar super sideways in 1 and 2. Keeps it straight. And that was Malachi Drake who had to use the grass. And he falls victim to the 35 of Thornton. But Omar, he faded off of turn number 1 and 2, and he falls himself down to 12th. He might be furious off of that exchange and trying to get back all those positions. Now working to the backside of the 90 of Malachi Drake, as well as James Youngman, who is now inside this top 10, so how about that? Gyro cam of the 095 of Parker White. He works himself off of 2. Sees that 28 in the distance. What can you do better to get yourself forward? Caution does come out. And that's Bianchini in the 48. Around he goes. He was laps down. There goes another one as will now have a clean shot to get himself back rolling yet again. Reverses it. 2-point turn to get himself straight. Not sure if this was by himself or what. Yeah, so might have been another self spin. Yeah, 48 just put the power down too quickly. Oh, not only that, into the inside wall he goes. So that left front's gonna have a bit of damage. And another caution coming out here fairly early in this, within 100 laps. So that'll drag a select few on a pit road. While now in and out for tires. This is his 8th pit stop he's taken. So under caution. Curious if now Bianchini's gonna get laps back after wrecking of that exchange. And Kyler Wynn, Matt McGrath, Brayson Collins, Max Urick, all of our DNFs. As Bianchini does go one lap down in the process. Not looking good for his final for a round of 7 ticket. Parker White's been knocking on the door of Eric here. I mean, Eric has a right to race for this lead. You have to give it up to the 095. A lot of non-chasers up here inside this top 10. Eric Heater, one of them. Michael Brazzero, another. Heater's going to elect the high side yet again off of this restart. Hunter Johnson now inside this top 5. Joe Berge, he too inside this top 5. Top 10. Kevin White, James Youngman, Zachary Thornton. All those drivers as well, non-chasers. And pretty sure Heater is going to pull his wide arc advantage onto the front straightaway yet again. Here we go. Green flag.
Green, green, green.
Easy jump for this 28 as a couple drivers get a bit loose into one. And, oh, Miller gets into the backside of Hunter. He's dead sideways. Hunter keeps it straight, but Miller has a bit of damage. Opens up the door for the 77 to Omar Diallo. Hunter still sideways, a bit of wreck, and around goes the 11 of Aaron Brown. And that was a, one heck of an exchange. Wave around's gonna go to the 48 of Bianchini, I think. Looks like hard racing between these two drivers. You see right behind the big hit, Miller to the backside of this machine. And man, Joe, oh man, he bumped him twice into 3. And Aaron, all that time that you try to get yourself into this top 6 and you get punted by the 83, that has to be really frustrating for the 11. He's gonna have to reset himself for the first time tonight. Gonna start himself all the way back there. And now, yeah, that sucks. Working yourself through the field just to get punted like that. And for Aaron Brown, a chaser, so frustrating. Bianchini gonna get the wave around off of this exchange. Regardless, that's unfortunate. Aaron's probably gonna have to take tires as well as it's around the 84 Bachman on pit road. So under caution, Tyler Connors back on the pit road. I think gonna repair as much damage as you can, and Bianchini looks like isn't getting more laps on the racetrack anymore. The EOL for it. And now 3 laps down, so that is now viable regardless. I mean, rather than now having 14 laps down, 48 was, so. Yellow flag back out. I mean, 1 to go on the racetrack. Now just tuning us here live, welcome y'all to the iSCAR RaceLab Cup Series. Got to go green here just momentarily. Lap 88 out of 250 in the books, and so a lot of drivers left for this one. Had a span of cautions, but you know, that's just short track racing at its finest. Here, gonna hit the throttle early.
Green
And up
flag,
and away
green
we
flag.
go. Everybody up through the gears safely. As now Hunter Johnson in the 12 has worked himself to the backside of the 095. Is now gunning himself for that second spot. Has worked himself through the field fairly nicely. It seems as though that rear end damage ain't affecting him as much as I thought it would. A big shot from the 95 of Miller, who's now in 6th position. Bit of a scramble there toward the back. Some drivers going out of line. Peter did not get a good entry into 3. Parker couldn't just stick the nose under. Hess sideways off of 4. His top 3 under a blanket. Heater's opening up the door for Parker. He's there. That's the question, how you're going to pass him, though. Heater, oh, he got sideways off of 4. Luckily keeps it straight. He retains the top spot for now, but Parker and Hunter are going to be knocking on the door to get by him, though. And it's about to be a brawl for this top spot. Kevin White Jr., disconnection from him, he falls out. Here comes Miller, 95. And around goes Zachary Thornton. Looks like picked up a bit of front end damage as well. And oh no. Oh my goodness. Holy crap. I think he was trying to whip it to maybe put himself, oh, looks like he just lost it off of 4, but into the inside wall he goes, and yeah, he might have called it a day. I thought he reversed it, and it black flagged him, trying to, if he was being a hazard on the racetrack, but it looks like Thornton disconnects, and a lot of drivers on pit road for this one. And now all those drivers go, and Sells back on the racetrack with the fresh rubber. And these drivers toward the front, man. Now on a different cycle rather than the rest of the field. Everybody from 8th on back have hit pit road, and while a bit off cycle of what the rest of the drivers hit pit road, and it's the top 5 staying themselves out. Johnson first one in and out. Omar decides to stay out, so he'll be in 3rd. And 52, it's 52, 52, 50. I mean, this whole top 5 are on the same strategy, tire-wise, as themselves. Weil is 16 laps on their tires. It's Aaron Brown with 11. Now 12. And everybody else right behind have just hit pit road, so Hunter is going to be the first one on tires. See how he scoots himself through the field and get himself by for that top spot. Here we go. Peter washes up the racetrack, hits the throttle early, and back up and away we go. Omar's going to take second place because of that. Move Omar up a spot, and now Brazero's going to drop himself to the inside, try to get by Parker White. Now Omar into second. Hunter Johnson, that number 12, is trying to work himself around all these drivers on older tires. While huge wash up off the corner. Has to check up the 12 of Hunter Johnson to get himself back in line. Now Hunter sort of boxed in line, can't really go anywhere. Weil is now, I mean not Weil, but Heater has now pulled himself a 6/10 lead. They're lined up nose to tail, as Weil is still trying to find a hole in line. There we go, I have a bit of a battle as Aaron Brown tried to peek himself under. Now Hunter is going to try the high side to get around this number 11. And those fresher tires on that number 12 are just working to his advantage. Malachi gets a bit loose off the corner. Last thing this 12 wants to see is that number 11 wash up the corner. Man, Hunter's stalled. Can't really work anywhere off of those new tires, and Malachi is making it worse for him as he's going nowhere. Now Aaron gonna gun in here for this spot as Hunter's trying to split at 3 maybe. Malachi loose off the corner, and here comes Hunter. He's probably gonna dive bomb the 11 into the 3. Can't really do so. He gets sideways, and the 11 up the racetrack opens up the door for everybody, and Aaron loses at least 5 spots, and Hunter picks up 2. Now into 5th spot. The man on freshest tires now in 5th. And that has to be a red flag for all these drivers right behind. Michael Bracero, Parker White, Omar Diallo, and Eric Heater. Omar has now caught the backside of Eric Heater, so we might have a battle for this lead here momentarily. Got a battle for 3rd though as Parker missed the corner off of 2. Nearly opened up the door for the 23 and Michael Bracero. Omar washes up the corner. Here comes Hunter. He's now to the backside of this 23. He's going to be flying once he gets there. Yeah, the 23, he hit the curb off of 2. Here comes Hunter. So fun to watch him just weave through the field. So effortless, this number 12 is. Hence why he just stands out from everybody in iSCAR. He's been challenged very few times to other pro drivers themselves, but Hunter just proving why he's the best in the business. Now he works himself under for this 095 of Parker White. And we might have a battle for the lead, and here comes the 77 of Omar Diallo. Hunter moves himself into 3rd. Nick Miller also in the mix, as well as Peter. Washed up the corner. I think Omar's going to have a viable shot to work himself under for this lead. Side by side. Omar trying to push Heater up the racetrack as much as he can. This side-by-side action is going to reel in that 12 and 95. He's going to get clear for this top spot. Omar has the position into the corner, but Heater's holding strong. Oh, he's just not letting go of that top spot, but Hunter's there. Still close up front. And since they're side-by-side, oh, Hunter gets loose off the corner. We'll see if Miller can make a challenge for that top spot. And Heater, oh, he's sideways, up the corner he goes, and Omar as well washed up. Here comes the 12. Hunter Johnson into 2nd place. Heater loses the lead, they're jamming up. Miller, oh, Heater on the outside wall. And around he goes.
All right, man, caution is out.
Caution is out. And the man who looked to be the best leader out of everybody is now wrecked. Oh, that's disappointing. Heater's probably mad. He's looking for somebody. Oh my goodness, that's a shame. That all sort of got sparked off after Omar Oh my goodness, look at them just nail in and out of the corner. Hunter tried to work himself to the underside. He made contact with the 77. Miller runs into Hunter. Hunter runs into Omar. Miller gets loose off the corner, and unfortunately, the man who got the bad end of that was Eric Heater. Miller just washed right into him. Oh my goodness. Nice avoidance there by the 88 of Christian Visconti. And it seems as though that's just... that damage right there was race ending enough for that 28. And Eric Heater is DNF'd. Oh my goodness, that's a shame. That's a very big shame. Back half of the field gonna hit pit road alongside the 77 of Omar. Wheel still staying out, and he's gonna get run over eventually. I just feel it. Omar's gonna start himself from 11th. So he's just about getting spun out from the lead. He'll work himself back on the pit road and try at it again. Miller, that beaten and battered race car, now resides in 2nd. And Poindexter, it's number 21, needed an important night. Sitting outside, not outside of the cutoff. He sits P6 in points. It's 21 running in 3rd. He needs to be there. Here we go. We go green, 116. Looks like 117 on a 250 gonna go to the books. Base car on in. Hunter gonna pull the Eric Heater. Nick Miller trying to counter him. Fortunately, he doesn't get the jump off the green. Hunter Johnson back to the top spot. It's the 21 of Carson Poindexter, trying to find his way around for that 3rd spot. And they're just about 2 by 2 all over the place as drivers still to get themselves in the line. Miller finally finds a hole in front of the 83 of Joe Berge. And how about that by the 50? Oh my goodness, Visconti booted up the racetrack by the 83 of Berge. Opens up the door for Granada. Berge trying to pinch as much as he can. Berge washes up the racetrack. Just about 3 wide off the corner, and here comes Omar. Already up into, looks like 5th place. He's flying with those fresh tires. Trying to fight it out with the 04 of Paul Granada. Granada off the wall. Berge. Well, Granada had to recorrect the car into the corner. He got loose on in. And he falls a spot to Omar and fouled himself back in line. Oh, lots of contact between the 83 and 11. Aaron Brown and Joe Berge going into it. Aaron not letting go of that incident. You see Weil in the back just falling out multiple spots in the background. Up front though, he's gone. Poindexter couldn't make a challenge for that top spot, and here comes Omar for 3rd. Miller's gonna fall a spot to him. Omar easily takes that 3rd spot. Of course, he's on fresher tires. You see Schmidt back there alongside Parker White. Parker, another person who was on fresher tires, but looks like he didn't make quick work as much as Omar did with the rest of the field. Got a 4-car battle as Paul Granada in the 04, who came close to winning at Eldora in the truck race, now resides in 5th spot. There's a line of Joe Berge as Aaron Brown, who's under attack from the 23 of Rosero. He works himself up 1. Parker White now following himself through as well, so Aaron falls now 2. Omar has a second to catch this number 12, Hunter Johnson.
All right, man. Caution is
This
out.
caution's going to
Caution is
change some
out.
stuff. Around looks like, who goes in the background? Not sure who it was. It might have been Garrett Hess. Got a replay of what happened here. Off of the corner. No, around goes the 83 of Joe Berge. Loose into the corner. And whoop! Around he goes. That brings the caution out. Now the question is, who's going to hit pit road? Because now Hunter Johnson's going to be in an interesting spot. If I were him, I might want to hit pit road. Because you know Omar's going to pass you for that top spot. You might as well counter it and fling yourself onto pit road. Get yourself some fresh goodies. Bring yourself in and out. And we'll see if Omar follows through with Hunter hitting pit road. It looks like he's going to stay out. So Omar is in prime position to take this lead. As Bianchini finally on the lead lap. And this is important for him. Now you're in position to get some points. And put yourself out of that hole off the Roval. For Bianchini, it has to be a sigh of relief. But now, you just have to survive the next 124 laps. To get yourself through nicely, so... Now halfway through this event. And it's, man. We've only eliminated 7 drivers, so there's still 21 drivers on this lead lap. All on the lead lap as well, so 21 drivers still have a shot to win this event. Ten cautions so far. 48 caution laps, 5 lead changes. Hunter Johnson has led the most laps. Omar Diallo has led 4, but he's probably going to lead more once we do take the green. Scoot himself by this number 77 fairly quickly. Poindexter has led 1. An important lap he needed to lead. You see the 79 of William Schmidt there also in the mix as well. So here we go. See the green flag this time by. Pace car scoots itself on in. Hunter trying to catch the 77 off guard. Gonna hold back the restart. Now goes in the middle of the apex.
Green flag.
Green flag. Omar's gonna clear for this top spot, but I mean, he's gonna clear for second. They're all over the place for that third position as up the racetrack goes Paul Granada. He did not get a good entrance to the 1 and 2, and he falls back multiple positions. Now will slot himself, or at least attempt to. Right in front of the 11 of Aaron Brown, can't do so. Oh man, Poindexter. Oh, he's not gonna have a good entry into 1 and 2. My goodness, look how many positions this number 21 is gonna lose. There's a 23, Rosero, who is trying to keep himself strong. Can I really do so? I mean, Rosero scared the 21 up the racetrack. Now, Poindexter's about to fall outside of the top 5, and indeed he does so to Aaron Brown. And now, for this lead, here comes Omar. He's going to be all over the place with this number 12 of Hunter. It's just a matter of how much can he hold off for this top spot.
Alright, man, caution is out.
Is the 77 going to use the bumper? Caution's out. Around goes Garrett Hess. Bianchini gonna shoop-de-whoop a stop. And zippity-boop-bop-bop goes those rear tires up the way Garrett Hess goes. And, oh, about to get lapped. That's the last thing you want. The whiz lap, though, is the number 93 of Corey Long. Got a replay of what happened to Mr. Hess. And, ooh, got a bit of help there from the 83 of Joe Berge. Into the backside of the 91 of Garrett Hess. Plain and simple. Berge. Yep. And around went Hess. So, 83 scooting boots the 91. And Omar is going to have to wait the next green flag run to make something off of it, but I think Hunter now is in a good position because they're deep enough in the run in which probably the next caution, this whole entire field is going to have to hit pit road one more time, a couple more times, so. Still a long ways to go until the end of this thing. More than 100 laps left. Now just tuning us in here live for tonight's event. Max Speed TV presents you the Virginia 250. Currently 136 out of 250 for right now. 11 cautions. I think the record of cautions in an iSCAR race was... it's up there. I forgot how many cautions we've had, but there was a ton. I think the most amount of cautions in one race has to be... I forgot. I'm trying to remember it off the top of my head, but I can't think of it. We had a lot of cautions, though. It was like 20-something cautions, and... we had 19 at Bristol, 16 at Dover, and we're on track to hit more than 20 cautions here tonight, so... something... don't necessarily want to see, but you know, it happens, and gotta roll with it. It's Martinsville, and this is a loose setup, so it's hard to correct the car and get yourself forward, especially on these tight corners like this. Pace car scoots itself on in. Hunter Johnson's gonna nail the throttle, and back up and away we go. Green, green, green.
Green flag.
Omar doesn't get as good of a jump as he wanted to, and here comes Rosero for that second spot. Looks like he can't get to the underside of Omar. We're all nose to tail except for this, looks like 8th position. It's William Schmidt trying to work himself forward around the 90 and Malachi Drake, and these are two chasers we gotta watch for. Omar again, he's on fresher tires, and as well as the 23 of Michael Rosero, he too, and Parker White. So Hunter's gonna do as best as he can to fend out this top spot and get away from these three drivers right behind. And he's doing so nicely. Hunter's just nailing his marks enough to keeping himself ahead. Miller goes around and brings us another caution. So around goes to 95 of Nick. Was turned around in turns 1 and 2. Omar Diallo does disconnect from the session. Seems as though he's had enough of the cautions. And oh, had help from his own teammate, the 41 of Weil. Don't want to see teammates running into each other, but you seen it first here live on Max Speed TV. Wow, just sent it in on him and around the 95 went. Miller was trying to come down on him. Weil locked it up, trying to get off of him, but unfortunately, swoop! Right into the rear end. And he goes, and Omar again, he does disconnect, so potential win has now gone down the drain. And Hunter Johnson, he's the only person who hit pit road. Oh my goodness. I find that a bit surprising. Hunter gonna take in some optional as well. You might as well, since you're the only person on pit road. In and out he goes. James Youngman and Michael Bianchini, they too on pit road. Corey Long in the 93 is probably gonna get the wave around. More drivers gonna work themselves down on the pit road. One of those drivers involved in that caution was 95 and Nick Miller, so Nick's front end is torn up to all sorts of bits and pieces, and Corey Long being laps down, it's not helping him in the points either. So this number 93 has to get himself situated, or else he's gonna have a tough time. It's looking sour. Coverage presented to you here by Max Speed TV as well as RaceLab. If you're now just joining us here for tonight, iSCAR RaceLab's Cup Series Virginia 250. Currently 145 out of 250 in tonight's event. So a long ways to go. A slew of cautions have brought us yet again another yellow flag. Go back a bit away here momentarily as the field gets stacked up. 19 drivers left on the racetrack. 18 of them are on the lead lap. We start ourselves with 28. And for this number 23, Michael Bracero, who's obtained the obtained the top spot after the 12, Hunter Johnson decided to hit pit road. Will lead the field to the green. Up and away we go, and Aaron Brown's going to be starting in third, and he does get the jump enough to be alongside the 095. And the one they go. Aaron's looks like he didn't get as big of a bite as he wanted to into the corner, and Parker closing the gap on himself and Rosero, just about making contact. Rosero sideways. Parker gonna fling it to the inside, and for the top spot, Parker needed to lead a lap. Now has a chance to. Rosero's gonna pinch as much as he can into the corner. Oh, looks like Parker got a better entrance into 3, and indeed to the top spot goes Parker White. Oh, but he overshoots the corner, and Rosero moves himself to the front. Oh no! I mean, he did get the lap lead. That gives him an extra bonus point to add to his playoff, but he opened up the door for that 23 Rosero, and oh my goodness. Rosario has nothing to lose, so he's going to do all he can, but a caution yet again toward the back, and looks like, oh, while involved in this one, looks like Visconti as well. Tyler Connors might have gotten a piece of it, and as well as the 04, who's ahead of all this front stretch mess, gets caught up. So our 12th-ish caution, I think, of the night. And Tyler Connors lost it. Bang goes the 41 of Christopher Weil. Hard into the inside wall he goes. I'm surprised the motor did not blow, but he's definitely going to be down on RPM. And Connors just lost it off the corner. And the 04 Granada sort of spun it in and turn number 1. That was a hellacious hit that 41 took. He looked relatively clean up until now, and Connors just lost it off. Nice avoidance there by the 88 of Christian Visconti. Get himself through that mess, and you see the 41 just fly himself up the racetrack. And look how many drivers are on pit road. The man who stayed out, though, Parker White in the 095, was the only person who stayed out, as well as the 34 of Henry Clappert. They're going to probably shuffle to the top 3 spot. Parker White up to the front and gonna take the scenic route on through. Just having fun at it under this caution. Go up and away. Yet again, as the top 2 stayed themselves out on the racetrack, hence why they're in this position. And it's Michael Bracero in the 23 and the man on the freshest tires, so here we go. Miller pushed the 095 up front. Green flag is out, and Cole Williams just did not get going. He falls down to 3rd and probably going to try to file himself in line. Hunter Johnson's there. Cole lets up. Oh my goodness. Aaron Brown just about ran to the backside of the 42. And you see all this scrambling right behind. 3 wide with Garrett Hess. And Hess is going to go around. Looks like he saved it, kept it straight somehow, as that nose was parallel to the wall. I mean, perpendicular to the wall, excuse me. The man who got the best of that was... Best of this restart exchange was the 95 of Miller, who's now to the backside of the 095. Oh, Hunter loose. Had to take a while to correct the car yet again, and that's the last thing you want. Just get yourself in line and pull yourself together for these next 100 laps. Parker on older tires. He's on 46 lap older tires. Miller on 15. So here comes Miller. Gonna try to gun for the top spot. He knows to the underside of Parker. Couldn't complete the pass though, but looking in, looking out. Trying to find a hole through. This is real. The 12 of Hunter Johnson into this mix. What will Hunter do with the 95 before the 95 gets to the 095? Miller gets loose. What Parker wants to see is Hunter and Miller fighting out for second place. And see right there, Miller got loose off of turn number 2. Is gonna probably disrupt him momentarily. Miller's there. And here he goes. He peeks to the inside. Contact. Don't want to do too much. Miller now works himself to the inside of Parker. And he's going to drag the 12 of Hunter with him. So Miller is going to lead his first laps of the night. And I'll get an extra bonus point doing it. Hunter's not going to be letting go. He wants to work himself back up front. Miller washes up the racetrack. He missed the curb there, and Hunter's there. Knocking on the door of the 95. How much can Nick Miller defend from this number 12 of Hunter Johnson? Hunter took a wider arc into the corner and right to the backside of this 95. Not a lot of battling going on through the back. It seems as though top 10 have are all just about single file. We might be set in for a long green flag run. Who knows? For Nick Miller. He came in here third in points. Rather pick up another win here tonight, but under fire from the 12 is gonna challenge him for this top spot, and Hunter's just getting perfect entries into the corner, and of course Miller is damaged as well. Battling here for looks like 8th and 9th is Christian Visconti and Malachi Drake. And oh! William Schmidt goes around. Under caution we go. I jinxed it. And oh! The 84 of Bachman. That's the second time Schmidt has been hit stopped. I don't even know if Schmidt had any help, but into the corner and whoop, around the 79 went, and you'll see the 84 Bachman come into the scene and saw the 79 late. Parker White gonna go on to pit road. Cole Williams another one on pit road. So a lot of laps left in this. For these people electing with a long-run strategy, this is the last thing you want to see. A caution coming out at this time. This caution with 81 laps to go. If you pit now, you're going to make it all the way to the end. And no surprise to see a slew of drivers hit pit road. Everybody from 7th on back, but I don't think they're going to be competitive enough to maybe work themselves through this top 6 and grab the lead. The only person we've seen do it was the 77 to Omar Diallo and the 12 of Hunter Johnson. But Hunter is going to stay out for this caution. I wouldn't say that's a surprise to see the 12 stay out. The lead is right in front of him. He could easily just grab that top spot and move himself around the 95 and Miller to grab the lead. Question is, how would it all work for him at the end? One to go this time by. iSCAR on in. Set it off with the green flag as Miller hits the throttle. Back up and away we go. Oh, big check up there. The 11 spun his tires. Aaron Brown's going to stack up everybody from, I'd say, 5th on back. They're 2 by 2 trying to get it situated as Christian Visconti tries to take advantage of all that scrambling. Miller has pulled himself a nice way ahead as Visconti tried to pinch down the 11, but pays the price. Going to lose at least 2 or 3. Rosero loose off the corner. Battle for 4th. Parker White works himself around the 11. For Parker, this is important. Needs to work himself by. All these drivers on older tires to have the track position to win this race. Hunter's closing for this spot right here. The only person who has really made efficient work of all these drivers on older tires is the 095 Parker White. Got to secure ourselves back here to the 42 of Cole Williams, who's now trying to work around the 88 of Christian Visconti. Parker now in the 3rd. Hunter has to be looking in his mirror a bit worried. He knows he has a driver on fresher tires right behind him. Hunter's closing. Big battle here for this 10th spot. It's Bachman, Youngman, Hess, and Schmidt. All 4 of these cars are in a group trying to punch a ticket into the top 10. Miller just about locked up the right front, trying to get it woed down at a 3. Hunter's trying to close up the gap between himself and Miller. With this top spot, Parker White is now probably going to gun in for 2nd. Well, Parker got a bit loose there. Hunter has to make quick work of this 95 or else he's not going to have the position to get himself by. Because with Parker White in the distance, it's not looking good for Hunter to grab this lead. Parker puts the bumper to the 12. Oh, now you initiated contact, so what will the 12 feel about the 095? Hunter's loose. He's too loose. Parker to the inside. And he's the only person on the freshest tires inside this top 3. Now Parker could just set his sights on the 95 of Miller. To get himself by. this top spot, and here comes Parker. Knocking on the door of the 95. Miller can't really do anything. Gonna try to block down low. Clog up the 095's passing spot. Try to stall him out as much as you can and hope for a caution. Parker now to the inside of Miller. Miller's gonna do all he can to pinch down as much as he can. Just don't make contact. Parker to the lead, and Miller couldn't do anything about it. It was just a matter of time before Parker passed him on fresher tires. Parker has a clean track right ahead of him. Man, for Parker White, what a win it would be for him to go 3 wins in a row in the Cup Series. That would be unreal. Something we haven't seen of in a while. Oh my goodness, Rosero just about lost it off of 4. Keeps it straight ahead of Aaron Brown, but Parker White now in the lead. Trying to win 3 races in a row. He won Las Vegas. He won Charlotte. And now he's in prime position to win it here at Martinsville. See Rosero right in the background as Aaron Brown is putting the pressure on him for this 4th spot. Cole Williams, another guy on fresh tires. He pitted when Parker White did, and he's now working himself inside this top 5. Now works to the underside of Aaron Brown. No surprise, easily by for that for that 5th spot. You see the gap between White and Miller. It's growing. If a caution does come out, though, it's going to reset some things, and there's 50 laps for a caution to come out. I think that's plenty of time for somebody to spin or something like that. Question is, when? Christopher Weil, the number 41, has not had the day he's wanted to. I expected this number 41 to show up late. He's yet to crack inside this inside the top 5. So Weil is just not having it right now. He also might be down in power as well. There's Hess and Clapper. And you see a battle here for 16th spot. It's Bianchini and Paul Granada going at it. And unfortunately for Corey Longtopes, you could probably seal it for him to crack himself inside this top 7. Into the top 7 for points. All eyes for the 095 of Parker White. Got a battle here for 5th. Rosero's going to let the 11 of Aaron Brown by. Brown's been up and down the board multiple times now. Sits himself in 5th. Clapper, oh, bit sideways off. And it's Bianchini trying to get the best of him. Both of them not having it. Clapper loose off. Bianchini had to check up. Bianchini scoots himself inside for that spot. Clapper's still sideways, gonna fall victim probably to Paul Granada here in a moment. And you see the leader of Parker White in the distance. Hunter Johnson lets Cole Williams by. Can't do much. Again, Cole on fresher tires. He's weaved himself finally through. Of all the drivers who are on older tires, now into third. Cole could work himself into second, and all sets his sights on the L95 of Parker, but could only do so much when the gap is 2.3 seconds. Parker's gonna have 6 extra bonus points if he does win tonight. Visconti looks like it's a DNF for him. He might have wrecked it. Yeah, he did. So that does not bring out a caution. He does Alt F4 in time. So Visconti wrecks it, doesn't bring out a caution, and we keep ourselves under green. We got a fight for third brewing up between Nick Miller and Cole Williams. Cole will drop himself down low. Cole's probably gonna clear Miller here momentarily for the second spot. Miller's pulling up a strong fight. And you see the 095 of Parker. 3 seconds separate himself in second place. And if a caution does come out, that's great news for Parker and Cole, because they have the track position to come in and out of pit road. Oh, Hunter washed up the racetrack now. Falls victim to Aaron Brown, who's now into fourth. Aaron on fresher tires, and it's number 12. Battling going on, just lap cars in the way of all these lead lap cars. Fair gaps through everyone as Hunter is now under fire by Michael Bracero. Bracero into fifth. Hunter sideways. Still trying to keep it straight, this number 12 is. Can't get the power down, he's just too sideways. Hunter's about to go around. Still keeping it strong though. But he's falling to victim of a few chasers now. 90 of Malachi Drake, as well as the 79. Oh, that's not the 79, that's the 21 Poindexter, trying to take advantage of all this. Hunter's just too loose. Poindexter's gonna scoot himself inside for the spot. Hunter just overshot it. Into the outside wall. That might have sealed the deal for this number 12, that he can't make anything happen. I'll have to catch a caution to pull himself forward. You see the 095 of Parker. 3 seconds separate himself, Cole Williams, as James Youngman playing a bit of a lap car role, trying to keep himself on the lead lap. Can't do so. Now left with 10 cars on the lead lap. Aaron Brown is slowly plowing through the field. And for Malachi Drake, William Schmidt and Malachi Drake are probably going to be the people we're going to have to keep our eye out for. Malachi came in here 1 point behind William Schmidt, and they are 7th and 8th on the grid for right now. So Malachi, they're going to be tied, I think, on points, and Poindexter sitting ahead of those two, 1 point ahead of Schmidt coming in for tonight. So what Malachi needs to do, he needs to pass this 21 to probably secure himself around a 7. So this fight for 6th and 7th are probably going to be the ones to be we're going to have to watch out for us. Hunter just about loses it off the corner. And you see here, they're just all over the place. Poindexter. It's the longest run we've had all night. And it'll all come down to this. So if these two drivers do tie somehow, the man who's going to have the tiebreaker off of this is probably going to be Carson Poindexter with 1 top 5. William has yet to score a top 5, but he's scored multiple top 10s though. Caution comes out, and around goes the 91. Oh no, this is going to be a huge reset. And Hunter goes around as well. There's the leader. Oh no. Okay, so we've hit a big reset button. And around goes the 91 of Garrett Hess. He just lost it. Nothing he could do. Hits the inside wall in the process. That car, man, it just got out from under him, and around goes Hess. And of course, everybody's gonna have to hit pit road. Oh no. Oh man, so this is going to get probably ugly with this amount of cars on the lead lap. 15 cars on the lead lap, and of course everybody's going to come on in to, you know, get themselves situated and stuff. But now with everybody on fresh tires, so no corded offsets. Hunter Johnson spun, avoiding around the 91 of Hess, so Hunter has a chance to grab the lead, but unfortunately for him, I think himself in 9th is not going to cut it. Oh man, so how will this all work out by the end of it? I'm not really sure. With Parker White up front, though, he's going to do all he can to hold off Cole Williams. Nick Miller, this top spot. I know Parker's going to work with that 42 as much as he can to retain himself forward, but oh man. Oh man. Gonna have a slew of cautions now. It's going to get wild. A lot of drivers going to take the waiver round. Get themselves back on the lead lap. All the drivers right in front of the leader. So, gonna see the green with 26 laps to go. This caution, again, a big reset. No. How will this all turn out now? By the end of it, I'm not really sure how it's going to be. Here we go, though. Pace car's in. And again, all eyes in for Malachi Drake, William Schmidt.
Green.
Green flag is out. Parker White pulls himself by at least 3 car lengths. Cole trying to pinch down the 95 as much as he can. Can't do so. Oh, looks like he did. Cole's now gives up the spot, and here comes Fracero. As 21, Poindexter also in the mix as well, but fairly even restart as Aaron Brown tries to pinch this 42 down as much as he can. Now Miller could just hit his marks and try to lure in that top spot. Parker hasn't been really the fastest all night as Poindexter attempts to send it in out of the 11. Aaron goes up the racetrack. I think with the track being so cool now, it's going to be hard to pass on the bottom. Miller tags the wall, but gap now down to 7/10. He's closing though. Nope, never mind. Yeah, I think for Nick Miller in this number 95, probably going to have to bet for one more caution to maybe make a charge for that top spot because he did not get a good restart. You know everybody's going to be in good rhythms now. 21 laps to go. And again, all eyes for this for the 7th position in points. William Schmidt has to pass Malachi Drake to make it into the round of 7. Malachi currently 1 point ahead of William, and that tiebreaker enough is going to put him in to the round of 4. Michael Bianchini, even though he's on the lead lap, he didn't make up as many positions as I thought he would. And the rest of the top 6 on the points are running in front of Malachi and William. And William just lost a ton of time there to Malachi, so Malachi, all he has to do is just keep himself, he needs just to keep himself there, and he has it. So all eyes are on this number 90. See on how it'll all go as you see the 04 Parker White. Oh, Rosero! 04 Parker White, 04 Paul Granada getting in the way. The leaders, the gap now down to 3/10 is the gap between Miller and Parker. So this fight to get yourself into the round of 7 with extra bonus points is not over. And Miller is charging. He's there. Just gotta hit your marks and in and out as fast as possible, but I think Parker has the better line through the corner. As well as he's in clean air with a cleaner car. Miller is driving it deeper into the corner than Parker is. That in turn is costing Miller some time. Miller has to sort of replicate what Parker's doing, and hopefully Parker screws up. But you see right there, Miller is just he's too slow off the corner. Hunter works himself into 6th. And now Miller's starting to fade. Aaron Brown up the racetrack. Hunter's gonna gun for this spot. Aaron up the racetrack, and Poindexter now into 6th. And now this is a potential spot for Malachi to gain. 1 point could tie himself and Schmidt. I mean, they're tied currently. If this race were to end right now, but if Malachi were to pass this number 11, he'll have more points than him on to the next round. So this is going to be a valuable point if Malachi could pass the 11. And Schmidt is 2 seconds back of this crowd, so can't really do anything. 9 laps to go. You can seal the deal for Parker White just about now. 1.2 separates Miller and White, unless a caution comes out, which I don't think it's going to happen. Too little of cars on the racetrack for some contact to be made. Yancini up the racetrack. His hopes of a round of 7 are dwindling, unfortunately. And he now goes 1 lap down.
Alright, man.
Caution! Oh my gosh! And around goes Hunter. Oh no. Okay, now the gamble is on to stay out or pit. So I'm not sure if these drivers even have enough tire sets to make it all the way for at least one more stop, but Hunter just... Oh, it's about time he lost it. Just lost it in the center of the corner, and around he goes. That's a rare self-spin by the 12. Of course, going to hit pit road. And if I were the rest of the field, I'd hit pit road. I mean, if you were the back half of the field, I'd hit pit road. I would not stay out. I mean, 24 lap old tires. You could easily... You know how much tires are worth around here at Martinsville. Is it worth giving up the track position for? I'm not sure. Who's gonna take the bait? Oh, none of them. Unreal. I mean, Granada and back half the field do hit pit road, but oh my, I'm surprised none of them hit pit road. If you wanted to out-strategize somebody else, you probably want to hit pit road as Corey Long blows a motor as he tries to get it refired up. Oh man. I'm fairly surprised they didn't hit pit road, but I guess it was a good strategy call to stay out. Parker, you saw the jump he got off the restart. He was gone. Bianchini, Weil, back on pit road. And this will reel in William Schmidt to probably get by Malachi Drake. This is going to be important. This fight for 7th is probably going to be the one we're going to have to talk about. Who's going to get the better of it? Malachi came in to the night -1 of the bubble, and that was to Schmidt. Poindexter sits in 5th as well, but if Poindexter has a problem, he needs to get passed by the 90 and 79 to make it interesting.
green, white, checkered, or actually a regulation restart. Oh, man. Nick's gonna have to do as much pinching as he can to the 095, but Parker is probably gonna be gone once they hit the throttle. Here we go, 2 laps. Parker hits it now. Sarah gets cut out. Oh, Miller just about lost it off the corner. That seals it. Probably for Parker. And around goes Aaron Brown. Aaron into the outside wall. Another caution will be brought out. And we'll go into green, white, checker territory. And for Aaron Brown, that is the last thing you want to see. Aaron came in here 5th in the points. And for him to lose all those positions, he might be in jeopardy of this one to move himself to the round of 7. Oh my goodness. Aaron really couldn't do much. I mean, oh my gosh. Apparently, Bianchini did spin. Oh, Lord. Yeah, Bianchini spun. But Aaron Brown backs it into the outside wall. Oh, man. So it's close to call. I mean, there were nose to tail, and that might have set off a bit of a net code between those two. Oh my. So Nick's gonna have to watch for Parker's restart shenanigans if he wants to win this thing. So one of those drivers are trying to burn as much fuel as they can. Oh, man. So green, white, checkered number 1. Parker White's in prime position to go 3 in a row and pull himself 6 bonus points. He's going to be in prime position to probably secure a round of 4 with all those bonus points. Unless he wrecks out or something severe happens. And the round of 7 is going to consist of Kansas and Indy. So here we go. And it's, I think, Miller who's trying to burn as much fuel as he can. All for this. Parker White trying to go 3 in a row. Miller is sort of edging it out. Ahead of Parker. He's going to hit the throttle now. Miller! Oh, that was so super smart by Miller. He's going to be alongside the 095. And Parker couldn't get clear as much as he'd like to. 2 to go this time by. Oh! Parker gets bumped! And Parker goes around! Miller to the lead! Caution's out! Oh my gosh! Are you kidding me? Holy cow! Oh, that is not what you want to see here at Martinsville Speedway. Bump and run by Miller, and it's gonna probably move Rosero to the front spot. Oh no! Holy cow! Oh my goodness, that is...
The last thing that you want to see. Parker literally had this thing secure and it all went out the door. Miller just put the chrome horn in and around went Parker. Parker has to be furious. Oh, man. Simple scoot and boot. But man, Parker, he had that race won. He was looking to probably grab 3 extra bonus points. He also got Rosero also picked up a bit of damage. Hunter Johnson too. Get another replay of it. Oh my. That, I mean, I don't know what to say. You're gonna expect that from the 95, and Parker wasn't. I don't know if he. I don't know what to call that. Now that moves Michael Rosero to the front, so Miller's gonna take the fat EOL off of that. And I think we're in green, white, checkered 3 or 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3. Okay, we're right. 2 out of 3 of that. And Michael Rosero is in prime position to pick up his first iSCAR win. So Miller's gonna have to take an EOL. And now Miller is gonna be all the way in the back. So this points, I mean, he has 6,020 points. So we'll pull up the points graph yet again to see on where points stand. And Schmidt and Malachi are still 5th and 6th. And you see right there, William has 6,013. Malachi has 6,012, and Malachi sits ahead of Schmidt. And the tiebreaker goes to Malachi. Oh my gosh. Holy crap. Here we go. Green, white, checker 2. Malachi and Cole are all over each other. Green flag is out and Rosero gets the jump.
Green, green, green.
Malachi falls a spot. He's gonna fall a spot to the 11 as well. I think all Schmidt has to do is just finish in 4th, and he has this thing secured for the final, for the round of 7. Aaron Brown's all sorts of sideways. He sails it into the corner. Up the track he goes. Rosero, he too is loose. White flag is tie-by. Cole Williams has 3 more corners to make a shot for this top spot. I don't think he can make something happen. He'll have one last shot. He's there. Contact. Poindexter tries to get in the mix of it. Rosero is sideways. Cole is sideways. And across the line first is Rosero. Checkered flag as they wreck it off the front straightaway. Rosero picks up his first win. And William Schmidt finishes in 2nd. And that might be enough for William to move on to the round of 7. But they wrecked across the line. And that scrambled a ton of positions. We're gonna have to get official scoring, but that was messy. Oh my. Rosero's gonna burn it down on the front straightaway. Congratulations to him. And what a finish to end it out here at Martinsville. Rosero picks up his first ever iSCAR win. William Schmidt comes out 2nd. He's probably going to lock himself into the round of 7 because of that. And Parker White wrecked across the line as well. And this is 2 years in a row that the Cup race at Martinsville has provided one heck of a finish. We'll get a replay of it again. But man, Cole was all over the 23 for that top spot. Rosero was all sorts of loose. White flag this time. And where did Schmidt come out of? He was in 4th at the time of the white. They were all over the place, and Cole, phenomenal ascent, and Rosero hit the curb as well. He was loose, but Cole didn't have a hole behind. Cole didn't have a hole to really scoot himself around the 23, and he won the race out, but take a look at it again. Parker White wrecked across the line. Luckily for him, I think he's going to be secure into the round of 7, but for Malachi Drake rounding himself out 9th, I'm not sure it's going to be enough. Aaron Brown rounds himself out 11th. So this points gap is going to be close. See it again. This is the wreck. Parker, he lost it off of 4. Hunter nowhere to go. Nick rounds himself inside, and look at all these drivers just flinging it across the line, trying to get themselves across the start-finish line first. Get full results here on your screen. Rosero, Schmidt, Williams, Poindexter, and Miller round out the top 10. Weil rounds himself out 6th after being all the way in last for most of this race. Johnson, White, Drake, Clappert round out the top 10. Brown, Youngman, Granada, Bachman, Bianchini round out the top 15. It's Hess, Visconti, Long, Connors, and Diallo. And we could already call it secure for Corey Long to get eliminated. Joe Berge, Eric Heater, Kevin White, Zachary Thornton, Kyler Wynn, Matt McGrath, Bryson Collins, Max Eric round out the rest of the order. And we'll be right back. We're also going to calculate points off to the side of this. And what a finish here at Martinsville.
Dale Earnhardt, the defending champion, a man who has won here at this racetrack. He has been absolutely second to none in 1987.
Dale Earnhardt is on his last lap. This will be his 24th career win, his 4th win of 1987 out of 6. Dale Earnhardt wins the first Union 400 at North Wilkesboro.
Everyone's wondering what can stop Dale Earnhardt. He's on a roll, 4 wins and 6 starts. I mean, is there anybody can handle you?
There may be a little more here underneath the sheet metal.
Well, I'm sure this afternoon we'll know a lot more, and we've got 500 miles to run. We'll see what happens.
Good luck today.
A magnificent 19th annual $500,000 Talladega 500 is won by Dawsonville, Georgia's Bill Elliott, and the siren is beginning to ring. You'll probably hear it in Dahlonega. Bill Elliott has won. Davey Allison second.
Elliott now getting a challenge from Tim Richmond, but he closes again right in behind Earnhardt, coming down off turn 4. And Earnhardt loses it, goes on the grass, comes back, and Elliott goes inside. And Earnhardt still got the lead. Incredible. Decent driving by Earnhardt. 7 laps to go. Earnhardt went on the grass.
Dale Earnhardt is reminding Mr. Elliott, you make one mess up like that, and I might get through.
When you come to North Wilkesboro on a short racetrack, you expect some fender to fender and even some paint trading going on out there. We've seen it already as Brett Bonine gave Jerry Cranmer a nudge in the rear end, and now we're seeing some great competition out there between Dale Earnhardt and Bill.
And we welcome everybody back here live for the iSCAR RaceLab's Cup Series event. Go ahead and drag in here momentarily our top 3 for interview. But man, what an insane race, especially toward the end where the intensity rate started to ramp up. Drivers dumping drivers and opened up the door for number 23, Michael Bracero, to pick up his first ever iSCAR Series win. Go ahead and drag him into the booth here. Right about now, and for Michael Bracero, about time. I mean, it was week after week. This number 23 was a contender, and here in victory lane, congratulations, Michael. About time, and what a way to pull it off here at Martinsville.
Yes, indeed, about time. We just won an iSCAR. Holy gosh, that's amazing. And yeah, that was a fun battle with Colin and I think William. I don't know. But yeah, that race was so much fun. I'm glad I got to get the dub.
Yeah, that's right. You didn't lead the most laps, but regardless, you led 11 laps there, especially toward the end where things started to count in for you to pick up an iSCAR win toward the end of the season. And man, what a victory as you picked it off after Miller and Parker wrecked themselves out of the top 2 spot, and you kept yourself in 3rd and in the right position. If something were to happen, you'd be the one to replace. And here you are, suddenly you're sitting up in 1st, and man, Parker, I mean, my goodness, for you to take advantage of all of that, what was going through your mind as you were in the lead?
Alright, so on the restart, I was trying to count it down for my teammates, but I actually just went on go, and oh my gosh, so I tried to hold off Cole, and once we got to the final corner, I just tried to hug the bottom, hoping you would overshoot, but that didn't really work. And then there was that code a bit, and then as I got loose, I just tried to slide job in front of him, and then get the little bump and wreck the car, and then yeah, it actually worked.
Yep, that's right. And you were dead sideways off of turn number 4. Luckily, you didn't pull a Pearl Granada and spin it for the win. But Bracero, you crossed the start-finish line in 1st and picked up your first ever iSCAR win. But congratulations. What are you looking forward to these next couple of weeks?
Well, Kansas, I'm not really the best at tire saving at Kansas, and has a lot of good drivers. But yeah, hopefully if we get lucky again, we could probably get the dub, and maybe Indy.
Alright, but 10-4, Michael Bracero rounds himself out in victory lane after starting himself in 5th. Before I let you go, any sponsors want to thank you for tonight?
I want to thank you guys for broadcasting, everyone for showing up, and Cole Williams and Carson Fornex there. That was a really fun battle, and I want to thank my teammates for helping me out. And yeah, let's go. We just won a freaking iSCAR, so yeah.
Alright, by 10-4, Michael Bracero, excited about his first iSCAR win, looking for more to come here in the next coming weeks. Go ahead and see you coming to your next race, bud.
Yep, definitely.
We'll go ahead and drag in William Schmidt at number 79 into the booth. And Schmidt, you had to beat out Malachi Drake for that final transfer spot, but not only did you do that, you rounded yourself out in 2nd here at Martinsville. How about that?
Yeah, it's interesting, especially since the day I had going to the back and to the front 20 times. Yeah, definitely an interesting experience.
Yeah, that's right. Every time you got spun, it seems as though, I mean, you were standing in the middle of the racetrack and here comes a car flying around. Not only did it happen once to you with Matt McGrath, but it happened twice, exactly. How did the damage keep up?
Yeah, I was down 40 or 50 RPM. I had a minute of optional. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why it's so hard to see a car in the middle of the track. You have a relative, you have a freaking windshield, you can see the people. Why do you go right for me? But yeah.
Yeah, man, it seems like you were a magnet just sitting on the racetrack. But luckily for you, it seems as though things just played the right way and you round yourself out 2nd. You beat Malachi Drake and you move yourself on to the round of 7. So coming to Kansas and I think Indy. Oh man, how are you going to secure yourself into the final 4?
Kansas, I don't know how well I'm going to do at, since the last time I was doing a cup race at Kansas ended up getting completely demolished on lap 1. And Indy, I don't recall, but I think we were okay there. But yeah, I mean, they're relatively full throttle-ish tracks, so I feel like I'll do all right.
Alright, by 10-4, William Schmidt rounds himself out second and moves himself on to the round of 7, the highest finishing chaser out of everybody in the field. Before I let you go, any sponsors want to thank you for tonight?
Yeah, I want to thank Side Drafting Productions, and that's about it.
Alright, by 10-4, William Schmidt rounds himself out second after starting himself all the way back in 9th spot. Go ahead and see you coming to the next race, bud.
Alright, thank you.
Scoot ourselves back one spot to Cole Williams in this number 42, who rounds himself out third, and luckily for him, he moves himself on to the round of 7 as well as Williams. So, Cole, man, what a race from you. You were as low as 25th, but luckily round yourself out here third, and of course played the strategy right toward the later half of the race. Had fresher tires toward the end, but until a couple of cautions started to shuffle that out, and you move yourself into third here for tonight. Just recap the race for me.
Yeah, man, it was kind of just took a relaxed approach to it. I've been kind of out and about all day. I haven't really been racing, and obviously Martinsville is one of the most tough tracks on service, of course, with the really torquey, low high power, low downforce cup car. So it's always really fun to rip around, conserve the right rear more than anything, and just rear tires in general. And I mean, it was just fun to run around. We kind of just relaxed, stayed at the back, stayed clear, saved tire, and when a little bit of a long run kicked in, I kind of made a few passes, but just really tried to keep out of trouble, and we did that exact thing. I think we had a clean car all the way until the scheduled distance of the race, and then we just had a little bumper damage and obviously a little spin at the end there, but we had basically a 0x race all the way until inches before the checkered flag. That was nothing to be proud of at Martinsville. Yeah, like you said, played the strategy right. We were able to get up to like a 5-second lead with Parker there, running them down a little bit, but nothing to where we would have won the race or anything, but just trying to take a conservative approach and then push when you needed to, and that's what we were able to do. And the caution came out. That was just being at the right place at the right time, honestly. In hindsight, I probably should have did something like 2 tires. Maybe try to get ahead of Parker and maybe try to have been ahead of Rosero when that caution flew. That would have helped things a lot, but it's how these things go sometimes. And he obviously made a mistake off of 4, and I just was trying to use throttle control, and I still got loose by myself. Might have been able to be side by side to the line, maybe with the run on the outside, possibly the win. I knew he was going to go down there and protect the bottom. I was going to try to steal it in on the outside, and then pinch as hard as I can, try to get him to get a bad exit. I knew he was going to have his arc into the corner, and he was going to protect bottom though, so that's where he wanted to go, and we just didn't have enough throttle control, and then we were just, just basically let the wheel just do its thing, try to stay in the throttle as much as we could. We were able to cross the line perpendicular to the track in a P3 position, so can't take much better than that. Obviously, it sucks that top 3 all had issues, especially Parker just getting basically ran over there by trying to get a bump and run, and can't really do that in these cars, so sucks for him, sucks for everyone who, got ULs and stuff, but we were in the right place at the right time to get a P3.
Nope, that is right. Congratulations on our P3 finish here for tonight. Of course, you move yourself to the round of 7 on to Kansas and Indy. So, what are you looking forward to for those races?
Indy is just basically, I don't know how to explain it. It's a different breed. It's gonna be basically where you qualify is where you're gonna finish. You just swerve down the straightaways, try to get the draft, and then you got to take an arc to the corners. You just gotta, you have to fight through the dirty air. It's gonna be really tough to handle. But to just try to qualify good from there. It's obviously a really pretty tough track to run, but it's a lot of fun, at least keeping pretty high speeds and saving tires. Kansas is a great track. I love that track. And we were able to, we moves up to the wall, slide jobs, that kind of stuff. So it's going to be kind of another conservative race. Just need to try to not push the issue, and just get the good finishes. Get the 0x, all those kind of bonus points. Try to lead a lap. We were able to do most of those tonight, and that helped a lot. And then same thing for Indy. I would definitely say looking forward to Kansas more so than Indy. Try to get to Homestead, and then from there just keep fighting all season long. That's what we've been here for, and it's been fun battle all the way to the end of this. Being in, obviously, barring tomorrow's race, being the final 7 for every single track or every single series is nothing to be ashamed of.
All right, yep, 10-4. Cole Williams trying to pull the Ryan Kendrick and go final 4 for all 3 series. He's in prime position to do so here tonight, and you round yourself out third after starting yourself at 16. Before I let go, and you want to take care for tonight.
I just want to thank Media Racing, of course, Pella Games, East Custom Diecast, South Energy for coming out in the car. Beautiful made, Shane D. Manitoba Designs, EMR Camry. Looking good as always, keeping it clean, having fun, racing here in the iSCAR Cup Series. We were able to get some green runs in, and that was always fun to lap some cars, save some tire. That helps a lot too. Thanks to you for always broadcasting all season long, and everything all you guys do to put this together. And yeah.
All right, about 10-4, Cole Williams round himself out in the 3rd spot. Go ahead and see your crown in the next race, bud.
Thank you, man.
That was Cole Williams in the number 42, and I think that'll be all here for tonight. What a race from start to finish, and we'll round ourselves out here for tonight for the iSCAR RaceLabs Cup Series. Still more action to come coming to our next, just tomorrow. We'll go ahead and round out the week with the iSCAR Nice Designs Series for the Auto Club race. So 85 laps going to log in there, 4 tire sets that those drivers going to have to strategize upon, and we're going to also crown out the final 7 for that one as well. Can't wait to see y'all until next time, and with that being said, peace out. My name is Ezeckiel Reyes. Go ahead and see you coming tomorrow at Auto Club.